ARMY can't stop talking about Jungkook. This moment went viral in minutes. Jungkook's name is again the center of public attention. In the midst of the rush of information that floods social media every day, only a few moments are able to stop the activities of millions of people at the same time. But that's what happened when a video clip featuring Jungkook suddenly spread to various platforms and became a hot topic of discussion among ARMY around the world. There is no big announcement. There is no grand concert. No new album launch has been officially announced. It is the simplicity of that moment that makes many people feel curious. Within minutes after the video appeared, thousands of comments began to arrive. Some fans admitted that they watched it again and again. Some others tried to analyze every visible detail. Not even a few said that that moment became one of Jungkook's most memorable appearances in recent times. This phenomenon once again proves one thing that has long been known in the entertainment world. Jungkook has an ability that is difficult to describe with words. It doesn't have to do anything extraordinary to be a topic of discussion. Its presence alone is often enough to create a huge wave of reaction. When the video started circulating, many fans initially thought it was just an ordinary snippet. But the longer you watch it, the more people feel something different. The way Jungkook smiles, his facial expression that looks sincere, to the simple gesture he shows makes many ARMY feel emotionally connected. In the modern entertainment world that is filled with various promotional strategies and carefully designed content, spontaneous moments like this actually feel more valuable. Many fans say that they miss the natural side of an idol that is not made up. And that's when Jungkook once again showed why he has a special place in the hearts of millions of people. Comment after comment began to fill social media. Some admitted to smiling unconsciously when they saw the video. There are also those who say that their previous day that felt heavy suddenly became better after seeing Jungkook's expression. This kind of reaction may sound excessive to some people, but for fans who have followed Jungkook's journey for years, small moments often have a much bigger meaning. It didn't take long before various fan communities began to compile, analyze, and theory about the viral moment. The video clip that was originally short turned into a discussion topic that lasted for hours. Every detail is discussed. Every movement is noticed. Each expression is interpreted from various points of view. The interesting thing is that the majority of the discussion is filled with positive nuances. Many feel that Jungkook looks calmer, more mature, and more confident than before. The long journey that he has gone through with BTS seems to form a figure that is getting more mature, but still maintains the warmth that made fans fall in love from the beginning. Some ARMY even admit that they remember the early days of Jungkook's debut. At that time, he was known as the youngest member who was shy and often looked nervous in front of the camera. Now, after years at the top of the global entertainment industry, Jungkook is still able to show his human side. And maybe that's the reason why every appearance always feels special. What makes this moment more interesting is the speed of its spread. In today's digital era, something can indeed go viral quickly. But not all content is able to survive in public attention. Many trends appear and disappear in a matter of hours. On the other hand, Jungkook's moment continues to be talked about even after the initial viral wave began to subside. Many new fans are starting to find out why the video is so special. Those who previously only knew Jungkook as a member of BTS finally began to understand the attraction that has been talked about by millions of ARMY. Not only about his appearance or talent on stage, but also about his personality that managed to touch many hearts. On the other hand, a number of entertainment industry observers assess that this phenomenon shows the strength of the emotional relationship between the artist and his fans. Jungkook not only has a large fan base, but also a very active and connected community. When one moment appears, millions of people immediately move together to discuss, share, and celebrate it. Not a few say that something like this can only happen to a figure with an extraordinary global influence. And Jungkook has proven many times that his name does have that charm. From musical achievements to simple activities that are shared with the public, everything is able to attract attention on an international scale. But behind all those highlights, there is something simpler that may be the main reason why this moment is so loved. Many fans feel that they see the real Jungkook. Not a superstar who stands on a grand stage with dazzling lights, but a human who shows a sincere expression without having to say much. Moments like this often leave the deepest impression, not because it's spectacular or full of big surprises, but because it feels real. In the midst of an increasingly busy and stressful world, seeing someone smile sincerely can be something very meaningful. As time goes by, the video is likely to join the list of other iconic moments that Jungkook has ever created. But one thing that doesn't seem to change is how ARMY always finds new reasons to support and admire him. When many people ask why Jungkook is always a topic of conversation, the answer may not be as simple as the number of album sales or the number of awards it has. The answer lies in the rare ability to make millions of people feel close to him, even from thousands of kilometers away. And that is what is seen again in this viral moment. A moment that may seem simple to some people, but managed to unite the attention of millions of ARMYs around the world in minutes. A moment that proves that Jungkook's charm is not only alive on stage, but also in every small gesture that can touch the hearts of many people. When the day ended and the conversation was still going on various social media platforms, a clear conclusion emerged. ARMY really can't stop talking about Jungkook. Not because they had to do it, but because every time Jungkook appeared, there was always something that made them want to see again, smile again, and feel the reason why they supported him in the first place. The ongoing conversation finally gave birth to a big question that filled various fan communities. What exactly makes that moment feel so different compared to other moments? Why is a short video able to survive as a topic of discussion for days, even when the entertainment world continues to present new news every hour? Many ARMY tried to answer that question in their own way. Some said that they saw sincere happiness on Jungkook's face. Some others feel that there is a calmness that has rarely been seen so far because of the density of activity and pressure that always accompanies the life of a world star. But there are also those who believe that the moment touches the heart because it reminds them of the long journey that Jungkook has gone through over the years. There is no denying that Jungkook's journey is one of the most interesting stories in the modern entertainment industry. He started his steps at a very young age, when many teenagers his age are still trying to understand the direction of their lives. Jungkook is already on a path full of challenges, nonstop training, tight schedules, and great demands to perform perfectly in front of the public. Because of that, when fans see a simple smile or an expression that looks so honest from him, they feel like they are watching something more than just an ordinary video clip. They feel like they are seeing the results of a long journey full of struggle, sacrifice, and hard work that is not always seen by the camera. The more people discuss the moment, the more old memories come back. Jungkook's old clips are starting to be reshared. Photos of the debut period are back adorning the social media timeline. ARMY from various generations gathered to remember how they first got to know the figure who is now one of the biggest icons of the world's music. Some remember Jungkook as a shy teenager who often lowers his head when talking. Some remember him as a figure who always works the hardest during practice. There are also those who remember him as the youngest member who grew up in front of millions of people. The trip felt so emotional because the fans didn't just watch an artist's career grow. They feel like they are witnessing the growth of a human being. They see how a young man faces global fame, great pressure, criticism, high expectations, and various challenges that come one after another. Maybe that's why that viral moment feels so personal to many people. They didn't just see Jungkook today. They saw the whole journey that brought them to this point. In various fan forums, many admitted that they felt touched for no apparent reason. Some even said that they couldn't explain why the video made them emotional. But when investigated deeper, the reason slowly becomes clear. Jungkook has been a part of many people's lives for many years. His songs accompany their difficult times. Their appearance becomes a source of enthusiasm when they lose motivation. His words gave encouragement when they felt insecure. Therefore, Seeing himself smiling sincerely gives a warm feeling that is difficult to explain. This phenomenon shows that the relationship between an artist and his fans often goes beyond the limits of ordinary entertainment. Music is indeed the beginning of the relationship, but over time the relationship develops into something deeper. There are memories, emotions, and life experiences connected in it. Interestingly, the more viral the moment is, the more people outside the fandom start to pay attention to it. Those who previously did not follow BTS began to wonder why Jungkook had such a big influence. And when they start to find out, they find a story far bigger than just popularity. They found a figure who is known for his extraordinary dedication, a figure who continues to practice even when he has reached the peak of his career, a figure that does not stop growing even though he has achieved so many achievements. And most importantly, a figure who still shows gratitude to his fans at every opportunity. All of that makes the viral moment feel more meaningful. Because in the end, what is talked about is not just a video. What is being talked about is the figure behind the video. When night falls in various parts of the world, the conversation about Jungkook is still going on. Hashtags related to the name keep popping up. The video continues to be reshared. New comments keep coming every minute. And in the midst of all that, one thing becomes very clear. Jungkook once again managed to create an unplanned moment, but left a deep impression. A moment that does not require a grand stage, special effects, or a massive promotion. A moment born from authenticity and sincerity felt by millions of people. For ARMY, maybe this is the reason why they never get tired of talking about Jungkook. Because behind his status as a global superstar, there is still a figure who can make people smile with just a simple expression. There is still someone who is able to remind them that sincerity is often stronger than any sensation. And when the viral wave slowly turned into a memory, the fans seemed to agree on one thing. The moment may pass, but the feelings it leaves behind will last much longer. Because for many ARMY, it's not just a viral video in minutes. It was a reminder of why they kept supporting Jungkook, why they kept watching his every step, and why his name always had a special place in their hearts. When the world continues to move quickly and the public's attention easily shifts from one thing to another, Jungkook once again proves that his charm is not a momentary trend. It is a phenomenon built by time, dedication, and a strong emotional connection with millions of fans around the world. And that is the reason why, every time his name appears, the world seems to stop for a moment to pay attention.